to A, boost the signal and give me some. To A, boost the signal and give me some. To A, boost the signal and give me some
extra girth, extra girth.
to A, boost the signal and give me some. To A, boost the signal and give me some. To A, boost the signal and give me some
extra girth.
It's Wabbit. So, little breakdown of that hot garbage that you saw, if you stuck around. I'm working to improve, get better, and that is even up for debate on live playing and on this device. A little quick disclaimer, if you're new to this channel, please do not expect any bangers from me. I just push buttons and jam. I call it the PB&J sandwich. If you are looking for quality content, this is not the channel for you. I do want to do some videos, whether they're lives or just recorded, making myself accountable to get better. I'm not trying to be Beats by Jay Black. I'm not trying to be like, you know, anybody else. I'm just trying to have fun. That is my goal first and foremost. So even though I said get better and those things, I'm always trying to have fun. And I've been struggling with that, with these NPCs, and that's on me. So that's what I'm really working on. Like I said, I want to do some videos that hold me accountable. And I'm just continuing to practice. I think that's really the best thing for me to do. I was going to start watching videos, tutorials. I'll be honest with you. I even asked Gemini. I'm like, fuck this. Let me just, you know, put my hands on this thing and figure it out. Continue to practice and be completely blunt and honest with me. It's like, bro, you suck. This is what you need to be doing. Because I'm a sponge when it comes to certain things. Music theory, no. I'm hard-headed, I'm stubborn, but this is something that I can get, you know, I'm really weird about, you know, saying the word better and good because, you know, I'm not trying to be like others, but there are moments where I get it, and what you heard in that mess around were, for me, where I can get it. So there are ways I can kind of get around it. I knew going into this device that it didn't have TR-Rec mode, and I'll be honest with you, when I first heard that, I was like, ah, crap, because I really love that. It's, you know, I look at it as a sequencer mode, but this is now going to force me to get better at that. So that's one of the things that I'm very excited about, is it's getting me to learn some things. And in my book, when you have something that can do that, apparently the kids say that's a good thing. The portability for me is amazing. I mentioned I didn't see this coming, how they put this out in the form factor, and I love it. I'm just sitting out here in the patio, and you know, it's the size of an iPad 11 Air, basically. It's perfect. You know, like I said, had the Live One and MPC One Plus. In my book, those were not portable devices. And the last 2 days, I've been carrying this thing with me around the house and just playing with it. And the fact that something gets you to play with it, that's a good thing in my book. The immediacy of getting around on this thing, this is perfect. I personally love the fact that it's its own thing. I think it's a bonus for me not being an NPC head coming from other gear. So I'm not getting into the comparison game of, you know, it doesn't have this, it doesn't have that, this NPC had that. I let everybody else, in my opinion, waste their time talking about that stuff. And I'm basically putting in the time to do the muscle memory. You know, very simple things like shift project, you know, getting that, okay, this is how I load a project, this is how I put samples in. I want to get this down to the point where it's like hopping in the car and doing what I do. And I'm, you know, it's, yeah, I can't complain with that. The sounds, I love. And I think for me, it's also the same thing. I hear the conversations of the old hats who, are talking about, sound is subjective, and I love what I'm hearing. And that also includes the speaker. And I've said this before, I love the speaker. I kind of laugh when people are clowning on it. It's like, man, do better, but it's good. And I can say that. I don't mix and master. I don't produce. And I understand that logic. Who would, mix and master on that? It's even silly to think that people would do on this tiny speaker, but it serves a purpose. And it's a nice option to have. Don't we like having options? I'm borderline and complaining in this video. But the sounds are really, really cool. So overall, I'm loving this. I have no regrets. I can tell you this right now, this device will never be sold. And I can confidently say that. Yeah, I could easily talk about little things here and there, that are bothersome. I talked about the power management, but I know what I need to do, and it is what it is. And if things come up, if there's bugs, etc., that's going to happen. I mean, I know that the tech is imperfect because they're made by humans who are imperfect, and I can live with anything that pops up. Trust me, I've learned a lot in the past 4 years in this space with gear. In my book, there's no such thing as bad gear, but let me just be quiet because I'm really getting way off topic here. To those of you who have this device, and I'm inspired by you, by watching you, what you do. So if you are doing content, I'm going to find you, I'm going to follow you, and we're going to have fun. And that's what this is all about. So anyway, thank you for your time. Thank you for wasting your time, I should say, and watching me mess around. Like I said at the outset, if you are expecting quality, please don't come back. Go find those that you want. I completely get that. I'm just a scrub, just goofing off and having some fun with some toys, and that's it. All right, thanks for your time. Hope you're well, and hope to catch you on the video. Until then, keep jamming.